Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sulk stream. How's it going? It's Thursday, and we're making it through. The week is almost over, and we're gonna make it through. We're gonna make it through. Tonight, I wanted to do something easy, so we're just gonna see some crazy stuff that people sold on the internet, and we'll see where we go from that. I don't want to. I was going to scream about boomers again tonight, and you know how I am just so good at that. I'm so good at that. But I didn't want to do it. I didn't have the energy tonight, so I decided not to. So we're going to watch some wavy web surf and see what we can get out of that. So, thanks for coming. It's Thursday. Anyways, get comfy, get cozy, get a drink, something like that. If you're working, keep working, and if you are driving, please continue to drive safely. Get home safely. Hit the like button. I would appreciate it. Anyways, I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is a Sulk stream. And I'm going to chillax tonight. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to do. So, and this is the most insane things ever sold online. Enjoy.
From divine grilled cheeses selling for thousands of dollars to offering your forehead space to the highest bidder and all the way to auctioning off your virginity to a complete stranger, today we'll be exploring some of the most...
That chick was mid as fuck. I mean, like low grade mid too. And I bet you sold it to some like Saudi prince for like millions of dollars. And like, why are all these chicks giving it away for free if they can get $1 million? I mean, yeah, you're technically a whore then, but... at least you're a millionaire whore.
Ludicrous auctions, sales, and sometimes illicit transactions.
Dang, look at that. Coming in hot, Zane for a 20 says spreading the love, and Feral Pigeon for a 10 says tonight's subject is stuff. I love stuff. I love stuff too.
That have ever taken place on the internet. And I can think of no better place to start than the legend of Cheetozard. Sometime in late 2018, two brothers were on a road trip in the United States when they stopped at a convenience store for snacks and refreshments. Like a true seasoned snack connoisseur, the younger brother makes his way to the chips and grabs him a bag of flaming hot Cheetos.
Sometimes you gotta get some Cheetos.
On his way to the register, he can't help but notice the colorfully obnoxious array of scratch-off lottery tickets on display at the counter.
Stuff and things and stuff. Corral?
He ignores the temptation, pays for his Cheetos, and walks.
Couch Turving says, you have no idea how much John deserved and needed that. Well, I needed to cover the $20 I gave to that guy earlier. So, thanks. Thanks, Zane. And then Feral Pigeon, that's just icing on the cake, so thank you.
To him, despite not playing the tickets, he had just
is referencing my my sadness. I get in funks, I get thrown off, and sometimes I'm just like, I don't know. And that happens pretty regularly. It's just a thing with me. It is what it is.
Hit the jackpot. When the brothers return to the car, they dig into their junk food smorgasbord, and about halfway into the bag...
Big B says, I'm more of a things guy. No one's judging here, man. This is a no judgment zone, unless I'm doing it. In which case, yeah, it's a pretty judgmental place. It's my rules.
Our flaming hot enjoyer makes a remarkable discovery.
What, did you buy a basket for your bike? No. I did buy a kitten today, though. I bought a kitten. I went to the Humane Society and I bought a kitten for Jess because she wanted a kitten. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to go. I told her I was going to the gym and like I was going to be gone for a while. And I went and I bought the kitten, and then they're like, you can't take it home. It has to go and get, like, fixed and stuff like that. And I was like, well, that's a bummer. But, yeah, we're going to go pick it up tomorrow. So I got a kitten. It's a little orange tabby cat, like 2 months old. It'll be nice. I didn't want a cat, but Jess did. So there's the decision. There's the decision.
Bag, he pulls a
Anpu right there says, how is Erwin Rommel, General of Ghost Division, doing? We haven't picked him up yet. Tomorrow, like after 3, I think we get to pick them up.
Flaming Hot Cheeto with a striking resemblance to that of a dragon, but not just any dragon. Given its red powdery hue and particular shape, well, the damn thing looked awfully like Charizard. Now, there have been many instances of Cheetos looking like things. Gorillas, Bigfoot, hell, even Jesus.
I mean, it's like a cloud. You look for, Cheetos that look like things. You might sell them. You might make them earrings or something, certain types of jewelry. I just eat them. I don't eat Cheetos. Haven't eaten a Cheeto in a long time. Better days,
But I'll be damned if a Cheeto has ever looked more like anything than this Cheeto.
It does look like a Charizard.
It's got the horns, the stubby little arms, wings.
Is it a flaming hot Cheeto, though? Because I think that would just be too perfect. That's just planned.
And legs, the tail, and even a little flame plume to boot. It's not perfect, but for RNG Cheeto assembly...
Yeah. What's up, RNG? I was going to do the boomer thing, but I didn't feel it. I wasn't feeling it, guys. I didn't want to sit here and scream for 2 hours about the boomers again. Sometimes you just don't have it. Sometimes you just don't have it, where you're just like, ugh. Am I going to sit here and be angry for 2 hours straight again? Like, this is aging me. And so I'm like, let's watch people selling their bodies and stuff. I'm like, okay, that's kind of funny. That I can do that. I can do that.
This is 1 in a billion pull. The brothers were very much amused by the finding and the chip's uncanny resemblance to the iconic fire-flying type Pokemon. It seemed like a pretty rare discovery, and the younger brother very quickly decided that he was going to save the chip as a keepsake. That was until his older brother,
I'll let you guys
who was
look at the
also
cat.
enamored with the Cheeto Charizard, well, he made an offer. That being, I'll trade you some Power Rangers toys for it. You got a deal.
Power Rangers.
The road trip goes on without a hitch. They
got
make
ripped
the trade
off.
when they get home, and that's that.
Absolutely ripped off. Power Rangers? No, Power Rangers is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. So that's the cat. There. He's just a little feather. He's just a little feather. He's tiny. She got small girl hands, and so, but he's actually much smaller. Like if I put him in my gorilla mitts, then you could see actually how small he is. He's pretty small, but he's a good cat. He looks like a good cat.
The story of what would become known as Cheetozard is far from over, and will soon become rich with internet tomfoolery.
And so Jess went to the pet store and bought a bunch of shit for the cat, and I'm like, okay, that's what you do, right? You get the cat litter bin, and then you get like toys and stuff like that, and then you set up a nursery like you're having a baby, but it's not a baby. It's just a cat. I hope he's stupid. I hope he does stupid things and I laugh at him. Just something to bring me some joy.
After receiving Cheetozard in the trade with his brother...
Because everybody knows Daywave doesn't do it. Not even a little bit. No, it just breaks me down. Just breaks me down.
His covert
you know how it is. You guys watch
Daywave.
Daywave.
Sell the one-of-one Cheetozard for quick cash on eBay. It's not exactly known how many offers he got for it, but there was a
Start a bidding war for the cat's name? Okay. Okay. That sounds good. All right. If you guys want to... Okay, you guys do that.
Out of interest in Cheetozard. And
if you give the most money, then I'll name the cat what you want it named. All right? The highest donation gets to name the cat. How about that?
I actually do know who purchased it. First,
maybe that'll work. Maybe that's a good idea.
Gold Collectibles.
So far, it's been Zane Hansa, and he just said "spreading the love." So the cat's name is "Spreading the Love" so far.
Memorabilia.
It's not even a good cat name. It's not a good cat name.
Trading card outfit.
Sorry, I can have my opinion about the cat name, but if it's going to be an auction, then I will name that cat, and I'll get a little collar with the name on it and everything, and it'll be that name.
No, I want to name him.
Okay, my wife says I can't do that.
You gotta keep your honor.
Okay, fine. All right.
I get to name this cat.
All right, fine. She gets to name the cat, and apparently it's It's very important to her. Okay, fine. Okay, auction's canceled, guys.
Georgia were the lucky winners of
Damn
the
it.
Big Brothers Cheetos Ard
Damn
eBay
it.
auction, reportedly purchasing the one-of-a-kind corn chip for $350.
Big B Trucker says HP Lovecraft's cat name. I know what that is. And I mean, I don't think I can go to like the engraver and be like, can you engrave this? It's a machine, right? And so you have to like, and it's going to be like, no, man. No, man.
In 2019. It seems initially first and goals
Meowth of Stalin is okay.
purchasing
Yeah.
a Cheetos-Ard was more of a joke than anything. They sealed Cheetos-Ard within a custom laminated Pokemon card that bore its name. Pretty slick looking, if I do say so myself. Store staff and customers thought...
Arden Shara says, I was going to suggest naming it diarrhea because that color looks like diarrhea. I'm sorry. Really, bro? Looks like diarrhea? You should go to the doctor. Because there's a lot of red in that. So you might have a bleeding colon or something, you know. And how dare you? Look how cute that bastard is. Oh, bastard. He's got blue eyes. It's not cool, man.
Thought it was hilarious, cool. But there really wasn't anybody, knocking down the doors to buy the thing. It was more of a
Couch Surfing says, thank you, despite, Kay, gotta go, for real. So I like how she just shuts down the auction and then she bails. No donos from her. No donos from her, wife.
Conversation after the initial laughs wore off from the novelty
Nothing.
of Cheetos-Ard.
Nothing.
The card was put in a safe amongst other hard-to-sell collectibles and was, for the time...
Yeah, despite says you can't surprise her with a kitten and then not let her name it. Yeah. I mean, I didn't exactly... Look, she demanded a kitten. And I kept telling her no. And, like, I broke. And then I went and got a kitten.
I'm forgotten. Yet this was merely
big
a
shocker, right?
Period.
Absolutely shocking.
Before this enigmatic card's final evolution.
If the wife wants a kitten, you get her a kitten, dude. It's just, I've been married long enough where I know, like, okay, just do it. Just do it, bro. It's just, this is not the hill to die on. It's just a cat. It'll be fine. We already have one. I'm like, we already have one, and it's a good cat. And I've had that other cat for like 10 years. And then, she wants a cat.
And with Cheetos-Ard asleep for now, a brief message for you.
2 kittens are better than one.
You'll find a lot of sketchy items for sale claiming to be enchanted or to have special powers.
And Pooh says, and I was going to give you a hundo to name it Power Vibrator 3000. Thanks, wife.
Powers or something like that.
She don't care about money. She doesn't give a shit about the money. No, she wants to name it because she thinks it's sweet, and she just wants to name it and stuff like that. But like, there goes my good night.
Witches, haunted paintings, and even supernatural.
Sherbert McClaws is really good. That's a very good name. Sherbert McClaws kicks ass. But no, sorry, the wife gets to choose.
Fully enhanced MacBook computers. Let me save you guys some time and money. All the claims around those items, totally bogus. The only piece of magical merchandise you should ever...
Farrell says, then you should have made a deal that we can bid to name it. You're a rookie, John. I honestly did not even think about it. I am a rookie. I'd like to think of myself as an up-and-comer. But, like, let's get real. I'm trying here, all right? I'm trying.
Consider spending your money on...
I'm doing my best.
Sponsor Magic Spoon cereal. It's the real deal. Not only is Magic Spoon skyrockets, and news articles were popping up weekly highlighting stories of mint condition shadowless Charizards, some of the rarest.
Couch says you guys can name the cat. Better be good. Make it a good one and donate. No. See, honey, you already ruined it. People already gave their names. It's like Sherbert McClaws. If he put that in a dono, that would have been a good name. But no, you ruined it. So you get to name the cat.
And most coveted of all Pokemon collectibles, selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars. This mania would
she gets to name the cat.
Years.
The auction has been canceled. And I'm not setting the cat free or anything like that. It's not one.
And while the market has come down to
now the cat dies. Good job, Jess.
Earth in recent times,
It's not
a
gonna
preserved rare Charizard like this can still bring in close to $100,000. But this isn't.
Knobs Dog says, "Is it hairless?" It's not hairless, dude. Look at it. Does it look hairless? Oh, you came late again? Fucking shocking.
The only mint condition form of Charizard that had been increasing in value. It's now 20.
Name the cat John so you can yell at it. Oh my god, dude. Like John with an H? Like a bunch of H's?
24 in our story, and we're back.
That would be annoying, dude. Because I would stick to it too. Like if it was like a legitimate auction, which it's no longer is, I would stick to it. But nah.
First and Gold Collectibles. A store employee is doing a deep digging of sorts into their hoard of collectibles and stumbles across a long forgotten.
Farrell says the orange ones are my favorite. I never had an orange one. I've had cats my whole life. I've never had an orange one. So I hear they're stupid. Looking forward to that. I don't want him like retarded where he's like, I don't know, getting himself killed and stuff, but if he's stupid and like comical, I'm going to enjoy that.
Trinket, the enigmatic Cheetozard, had been rediscovered. Staff got another laugh out of it, but they wondered, given all that had happened over the last several years in the world of Pokemon collectibles, could this thing be worth something now? The folks at First and Gold decided, hell, let's give this guy another shot.
Knob says, we had an orange cat growing up that we named Old Man, and then my favorite cat ever that lived till she was 22 named Marmy. Like marmalade? Because some people call these marmalades. This kind of color, marmalade. You know that 80% of orange cats are male because the gene is on the X chromosome. So a female orange cat has to have the orange gene on both the X chromosomes. So, yep, been doing research.
And they made plans to auction
some good old cat research. So, there you go. Now you know.
Charizard off. But before listing it, they decided to do a little bit of marketing. On April 6, 2024, First and Gold Collectibles would post a reel to Instagram showcasing Cheetos.
Okay, Feral Pigeon for $5, and she says Chalupa Batman, which is from The League. I remember that show, Chalupa Batman.
In all of its glory. Posting the caption, Cheetozard continues. We've had the Cheetozard for about 5 years now, and we totally forgot.
I would encase this thing in like, what is that? Lucite? The plastic stuff. You don't want like a rat to get your Charizard.
We had it until cleaning out the safe. Loads of offers have come in. If interested, private message us. New post with the home/label posted. To their shock, the post went absolutely viral.
Another orange cat named George. Okay.
Likes, and the video was being shared across the internet as intrigue and interest brewed. Over the next several months, they would release more.
Okay, I will get the package, Christian. I'll go to the UPS store and I will pick up the package.
Images of Cheetozard.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Form, raising the mystique.
You guys can also send me things if you want. I know I've done this before, but there you go. That says 311. So screenshot that if you want to send us some stuff. Be my guest.
Of the card even further. And finally, in February...
What about Contro? No, that's gay, Knob.
2025.
And you didn't donate, so it's not even worth... we're not even going to consider it. But if I were to consider it, I'd be like, that's gay.
Put him up for auction.
And I eat bananas with a spoon and ride an e-bike around. So, like, when I say something's gay, it's gay, bro.
Golden's online...
You're gay.
Collectible marketplace. A cutthroat bidding war ensued. The starting bid price was set at $250 on February 10th. And over the course
background noise, I guess you can use this for AA batteries or whatever your bike runs on instead. It's D cells, which is good because I could swap them between my never mind.
This amount would increase dramatically.
My vibranium helmet. I I shouldn't have saved it.
Over 60
I shouldn't have
bids were
saved it.
issued
It
for
just
this
made it
item.
worse.
By February 20th, the bid was at $1,500. By the 24th, it was at $5,000. That bid would eventually be doubled on the 28th.
So to $10,000 for a Cheeto.
To $10,400. And then things got truly absurd.
But you guys are bidding on naming a cat. A cat name that will live for the next 20 years. Right? That I'm going to have to utter every time it like pisses me off, which is probably going to be pretty numerous, right? And so I'll have to shout it at the top of my lungs. And I mean, there's going to be so many scenarios, like if he gets lost and stuff like that, and they're like, it's like, are you the owner of Sherbert McClaws? I'm like, yeah, that's me. They'll be like, well, that's adorable.
On March 1st, when
That's
the bid
adorable.
crossed the $30,000 mark. Within a day, that was...
Is your cat named Sibian Ryder? Yeah, it is. And they're like, okay, well, we found him. But I don't think we're going to return him to you.
We doubled again to $62,000.
It's Ryder with a Y. It's Ryder with a Y. You know, it's...
Until finally a winning bid
They won't get it. They won't get it. They're just going to think I'm some sort of weird cat pervert.
$72,000.
Name it Bagel.
For Cheetozard, going once, going twice, sold at March 2nd at 1:42 a.m.
Strawberry says sliced like the orange soda. I was thinking about naming him Tang, you know, like the astronaut drink, because he's orange and stuff. But slice is good too. But I don't know. Slice a cat? I don't know.
2K. Wow. Combined with a buyer's premium, the total sell.
This is my cat, Purple Stuff. Purple Stuff is adorable. Purple Stuff is adorable. Yeah, but he's orange. But yeah, naming him Purple Stuff would be hilarious.
Price was $87,840.
Fanta's a good one.
The news of Cheetozard's ludicrous selling price broke the internet for a day or two, with commenters baffled, amazed, and most importantly, humored. This sums up 2025, commented one person. If I was on death row, I'd want this to be my final meal, said another. Good thing I didn't pull it because I would have ate it in seconds. Now you might be wondering...
Renee says Tang is cute. See? That's what I thought. I think of cute names.
Who would purchase such a thing? Golden declined to comment.
Purple Stuff
on
is
this
pretty
matter,
cute too.
Just saying that there was a lot of interest.
Purple Stuff, Tang. I could name him Asmongold's dad, but that would be sad.
In the card. It really could have been anybody who purchased it.
He gets hit by a car. I'm like, yeah, Asmongold's dad died. Oh, shit. Too soon.
So that being said, many speculate the purchaser of Cheetozard may very well have been the company that minted it, Frito-Lay. The senior vice president of PepsiCo, which owns Frito-Lay,
Orantius? That's Latin for orange. Nah. Mm-mm.
actually
No,
commented
none
in
of that.
regard to the Cheetozard
Orange drank.
sale.
It's not
stating,
juice.
quote,
What the fuck is juice? Calling him juice might be cute though. But I'd be like, oh, is he like a black guy from the movie Blank Check? Would constantly be in my mind. It's just a big black guy with like a raspy voice, which actually is kind of funny for a cute little kitten.
Cheetos are crafted with individual care and designed to be unique, and the Cheetozard is no exception. It's a long-standing tradition for fans to search for fun, interesting shapes and sizes inside every Cheetos bag.
So Farrell says Purple Stuff is the best one so far. That's okay. Now it's a vote. It's not an auction anymore. It's just a vote. Now people are just deciding which ones they want.
And we always love to see what they find.
I mean,
Some
I like
that Frito-Lay may
I
have
like the irony behind Purple Stuff because there's nothing purple about him. He's just he's got blue eyes and he's adorable. And he's sweet too. He's real sweet. He does this. Jess hasn't met him yet, but Purple Stuff is good.
have purchased Cheetozard and would reveal that
Just name him Stuff. I couldn't call him Stuff. I couldn't call them stuff because it's like too common of a, I use the word stuff, right? I can call them slur, like actual, literally, like slur. Hey, slur. I don't know. That may slur. Get over here. I got treats for you.
This later,
it's got a little bell on him.
As a part of an elaborate promotional.
What an adorable little dirt eater mask on that slur.
Or even if they did, maybe they would keep it anonymous, and the idea was to put it in customers' heads, like, hey, if you buy Cheetos, you might find something.
Should I just call him the F slur? Just like a full blown the FAGGOT, like on a little collar. See, I can't type that into the machine. I can't, because I know if I type that into the machine, it'll be like, no. Because when you make the tags and stuff, it won't let you do stuff like that. You can't call it the N word. You can't do the F slur. You can't. No. I can call him Benito Mussolini, right? Which might be cute because he kills the mice.
Something rare and you can make money off of.
Is that good?
It would certainly be a way to get people to buy your snack. At the end of the day, though, this Frito-Lay conspiracy is nothing more than conjecture. We have no idea who actually purchased the legendary Cheeto-Zard. The fate of Cheeto-Zard in the present...
Christian says, name him Rabbi Shmuley Botich? I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's name, but absolutely not. My cat is not going to be selling kosher sex toys.
Day is something...
I'd rather name him Sibian Ryder. That would be a million times better.
If you own this thing,
leave
a comment.
Less suspect.
Hopefully its new owner preserves it well. And as for the...
Orange chicken? Or I could name him Kung Pao. That's kind of cute, Kung Pao. Oh, man. If Frozen ever came over, he'd be like, that looks delicious. And you name him Kung Pao. Yeah, no, that's asking for danger.
Quality of the investment itself, the jury's still out.
Katsu's pretty good.
On that one.
I feel like a lot of food-themed names because, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, just say it's a cat. It's adorable having a food. I can call him Bao Bun. I can call him, I can call him Samosa. I can call him my little empanada. Yum. Or Satay. I can call him Satay. Satay's a good name.
Whatever the case, you have to wonder if the brothers who initially discovered Cheetos
Teriyaki would be a darker colored cat, though.
Are feeling like the guys who sold their Bitcoins a little bit too early. Well, at least they have the priceless memory of being the ones who found it.
Frozen will eat him. I think he likes orange cats, specifically. I think his people think it makes them live longer or something like that. It's some sort of weird ancient Chinese secret.
Continuing on in our exploration, we move to another odd food item that raked in thousands in an online auction. The legend of the Virgin...
Farrell likes satay. But she spells it like satay, like you're sauteing something. No, I'm talking about chicken satay, which is spelled Sate, which is delicious. But it doesn't matter. It's pronounced the same. Satay.
Virgin Mary grilled cheese sandwich.
You're saying satay. I'm saying satay. They're different words.
Back in 1994, a 42-year-old working from home jewelry designer by the name of Diana Dizer of Hollywood, Florida, was going about her normal day.
Donald? I'm not naming a cat Donald. No, I'm not naming a cat Donald. Lionel? No. Like Lionel Richie? Lionel Richie.
To cook herself.
No, my cat's not raising a whore for a daughter either, so.
A little grilled cheese sandwich. After preparing it to her liking.
Knob's dog said satay. Well, where'd you get that one?
And she sat down.
Where'd you get that one?
And to her shock.
That's a really cute name, Knob's dog. How'd you think of that?
When looking at the crispy bread of the
Bartholomew.
Sandwich, she saw a face.
Bartholomew. I'm sorry.
Further.
Excuse me, Bartholomew.
Diana.
I like the pun work.
Couldn't believe her eyes. It was the Virgin Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ himself, on that bread. Quote, it kind of scared the shit out of me at first. But
Knobs says no, like Lionel from the Thundercats. I can read But I didn't know about the Thundercats named Lion-O. I saw the Thundercats too.
Now that I realize how unique it is, I wanted to share it with the world.
Knobs Dog says, no, saute like to cook in a frying pan. I fucking hate you, dude.
Diana stopped what she was doing and immediately made efforts to preserve.
Okay, so saute, all right? So there's two. There's saute, and then there's saute. And I'll give Knobs Dog that. He thought of saute. No, because
the holy grilled cheese, taking the sandwich and placing...
Quesarito is actually a pretty good one. Quesarito is a good one.
in a plastic box along with some cotton balls. And according to the woman, this sealed sandwich would remain...
No, we gotta name it something long, like sickle cell anemia or something like that. Something like long and completely ridiculous.
...in her possession. More specifically, on her bedside nightstand for the next...
Couch Surfing says queso is cute, and she loves queso. That bitch loves queso. Like, she needs to get her some queso.
10 years.
In California, we don't have queso. I mean, like, we have Mexican restaurants, and they have queso. They don't have queso like here in Florida, where it's like melted cheese and butter that you dip chips in. So she would go to Mexican restaurants and order queso, and they would just bring her a bowl of shredded cheese because they have no idea what she's talking about. Queso is like Tex-Mex, and like in California, it's like it's a different thing. So they wouldn't bring her queso. She'd be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Protective artifact that
funny.
never once grew a single spore of mold. The woman believed the same.
Lucas Hardar says, "Harvest cheddar sun chips." Now you're thinking Harvest cheddar sun chips, right? That's we could call them sour cream and onion. He's got eyebrows. Did you see he's got eyebrows? He's got these little white eyebrows over his head. You know, over his eyes and stuff. Yeah.
And which had divine properties. After 10
Sweet
years
potato.
had gone by and the sandwich remaining relatively flawless in its integrity, Diana decided it was...
Couch Turfing just says YUNH. Did the boy get your phone again? Is the boy listening to...
It's time to...
Our 4-year-old might be in the chat.
...share the sandwich with the world and called up the Miami Herald to set up an interview. Now, at first, there was much hesitation to hear her out on this blessed grilled cheese. People thought that...
Feral Pigeon says you can call him Harvey. What, like Harvey Weinstein? If he starts, like, jizzing on the plants. Our son's not watching, right, Jess?
She was some kind of religious nut. But when the
I don't want to have to do a bunch of explanations to him later, you know?
sandwich was seen by others in the media, it went completely viral. And we're talking 2004, pre-YouTube and no social...
She says, oh, God. Damn it, Jess. Get him off the phone. He's not supposed to be watching this. This is not... He's not supposed... God damn it, Jess.
Social media viral. The Virgin Mary grilled cheese gained its legendary reputation.
He's not going to get the humor, all right? It's too highbrow.
Decentralized message boards.
It's far too intellectual and yeah, it's a very smart show, right, everybody? It's a very smart show. Tater is a good one. Tater's a cute one. I'll give Tater's a cute one.
It is to be noted that in 2004, something else was going on that made...
Knobsdog says, "Listen, Junior Sulk, your dad may be gay, but he loves you." No, because like then I'm gonna have to explain what gay means, and then I'm gonna be like, "Yo, okay, so there's like two dudes, and like, you know what butts are, right?" And then you know, I can't undo that work, you know.
They have bolstered the interest in a grilled cheese that seemingly has the Virgin Mary on it. A movie called...
Shanks says Goebbels is... I can't even pronounce... It's Goebbels, right? Like Goebbels. I'm not going to name my cat Goebbels. It would just be like... Because everybody would know exactly what that's from. If you have like a lower key Nazi name that's like not so obvious, like I don't know. I couldn't think of one.
Passion of the Christ. You might have heard about it. If you were alive when Passion of the Christ came out, you might remember.
Taddy says, butts make farts and farts are funny. And then he's like, whoa, is that what gay means? And I'll be like, nah. 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 Nah, man.
Remember that it got a lot of people fired up about
being gay isn't funny.
Jesus and Christianity again. Everyone was going to church again, and there was this crazy populist enthusiasm surrounding Christianity and a fair bit of delusion going on as well.
Name him Farts? Just simply name him Farts? Just Farts? Dude, my kids would laugh. They would think that's hilarious if we had a cat named Farts. It's actually kind of cute. It's just, hey, it's Farts. It's Farts. Come here, Farts. I got farts in my lap.
I mean, people were looking for a sign, you know what I'm saying? People were high on Christ, and a Virgin Mary grilled cheese, well, it might as well just be a sign from God. The sandwich's enigmatic status only grew. Diana's holy artifact got coverage from late-night television. Leno and Letterman both discussed
Pooter.
it.
Yeah, the kids will love farts. They'll think it's hilarious. And they'll think it's hilarious until the cat dies when it's like 20 and stuff. And they're going to be like 24 and be like, man, farts is such a good name.
The internet was a buzz talking about
Farts is such a
You
good...
couldn't avoid this thing.
Shimo says Farts is a good cat name. It's a good cat name. Farts is a good cat name.
It was only a matter of time before collectors...
But does he look like a Farts? He look like a cute little Farts. Hey, Farts. Little Farts. Yeah, kind of.
started calling. With the Holy Grail remaining rather elusive, some considered this
Arlo says Fartsy. Can you not watch?
Virgin Mary grilled cheese the next best thing, and were willing to pay Diana big money to get their hands on the famous sandwich. Despite having a deep and personal connection with the grilled cheese and sleeping next to it for
I got a deep and personal connection with grilled cheese too, because actually I love quesadillas. I'm a big quesadilla guy. I'm like I have one every night. Love quesadillas. Grilled cheeses have their place though.
for 10 years, Diana was happy to oblige them for the right price.
Couch he says Arlo is dying laughing right now. Well, at least I can make children laugh.
Eventually, in 2004, the sandwich
which actually makes a lot of sense.
would wind
It makes
up
a lot
on
of
eBay,
sense.
giving artifact hunters a chance to bid on and claim the crusty item for themselves. To say the auction was popular would be a massive understatement. The starting bid was at $9.99. Then it went to $40, then to $80, and drastically increased to $2,000.
Yeah, he specifically wanted me to tell you he's watching as he cracks up. Well, I guess I'm gonna shoot for a different. I'm gonna go for children's programming, you guys. I'm gonna start because that that 2 to 4 year age group, that's money right there. The Blippy gang, that dude rakes in cash, and I can make toys. I can make Blippy like John dolls with a black shirt and stuff like that, and like a defeated expression. And they'll love that. They'll eat that up. I'll be a millionaire. No time flat. Feral Pigeon. Another 10. Thank you so much. She says, my 2 suggestions, Vin Diesel, which is okay, after your epic joke, or farts. For now, at least, I'm sure I'll have more. Okay. All right. Vin Diesel's good. But farts is adorable. And I can fit that on a tag and stuff. Vin Diesel's good because I know that cat will get fat. I think these orange cats get pretty fat.
Then to $15,000, and then to $20,000.
What's Blippy? Just don't worry about it. Blippy is a kid's show, and he makes tons of money, and he's okay. I'll show you Blippy. We have that ability. I want to see a documentary because the thing is, Blippi makes. I mean, he makes tons of money, right? Blippi makes. Well, now we're watching Blippi. Blippi makes tons of money, right? But he actually kind of has a dark past. I'm just. I want to see if he's got a documentary. And the children's YouTuber with an interesting past. Here we go. 1.9 million views. Okay. Apparently I already watched this. I don't remember watching it.
Thanks to Rocket Money for sponsoring today's video. More on them later. What are the chances you know Blippi? Because given the sheer size of his channel, I'd say it's extremely likely.
Couch Trophy says don't show Blippi. Stop letting the kid watch my show, all right? This is an adult discussion, all right? Or we could change the entire demographic. Would you guys like it if I came on with like an orange bow tie? Be like, hi kids, I'm Sulk. Look, I have nice colors and there's lots of movement and stuff. Wow. I just did that for hours. And then I'm just rattling off 60 million views.
Likely you come across as a blue and orange hat wearing man. Especially if you have younger siblings or...
No, I'm sorry. It's Farts Porter. It's... At least you're not doing the Farts Porterstein anymore.
Or maybe for
Porter Steenberg.
For some reason you enjoy watching children's content. If you've never heard of Blippi, well, that's no problem. Because I'll do my best to introduce you.
Farrell says, oh, don't ask about Blippi. I'm so glad my kids are grown. I don't have to know about these things. Yeah, so this is Blippi. And he's got a lot of money. But he's got a dark past.
To this man right here. Yeah, this dude, he averages over 100 million monthly views on YouTube. He can
banging 100 million a month.
Be described as using his whirlwind of energy and bright colors to keep millions of 3-year-olds out there glued to their YouTube screens. Simply browse through his videos and you'll definitely see how he does it. He just reeks of fun and learning around any imaginable kid's topic, from jungle animals, indoor playgrounds, Halloween songs, to museums, aquariums, and rather odd.
My son loves the Halloween song.
Even NASCAR racing. And you've really got to believe me when I say this dude's popular because he has 935 million views on just one video. And
it's because they watch this. The kids watch the same video over and over again. It's like it's very soothing for them and stuff, and so advertisers eat that up because you keep putting. Yeah, the dude makes cash.
In classic kids fashion, it's about an obscure, I guess not that obscure topic. It's jungle animals. Kids really rule the internet, don't they? Anyway, we'll come back to his success later in the video. What I want to focus on.
I wonder what my age demographic is. Feral Pigeon, how old are you? Like 13 something
on this video is the disgusting past of everyone's best friend.
No, for some reason a lot of my viewers are older than I am.
He's actually gone through some great lengths to keep his past hidden. It actually
Couch says I'm gonna go for real. Yes, now okay, you said that before.
As a surprise to many that Blippi, real name Stephen John, hasn't always been the child's hero we see.
Big B says play the garbage truck song. No. We're not watching Blippi stuff. But now I'm interested. Now I want to know what it is. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. But now my wife like, okay. All right. Is this it? Oh, here we go.
Do you like garbage trucks?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I do too! On the count of 3, I want you to yell Blippi garbage trucks.
Okay.
1, 2, 3! Blippi
Feral Pigeon says 45, but close.
garbage trucks!
Oh. I would have guessed 13 with all the farts and stuff. Everyone's telling me their age. I don't care. I don't care. Look. Here's the thing. For everybody's age, you're all way too immature. Everyone, all of you, I know some people are like in their 50s, but like y'all are way too immature, okay?
Garbage trucks. Garbage trucks.
Okay, it's a banger.
Driving through the town, picking cans of
I mean, what? There's just a bunch of middle-aged people listening to the garbage truck song. at like 8:47 at night.
Garbage
Nothing weird. Nothing weird.
Sometimes when I wake up early in the morning, I hear
Knobs Dog says 69 with your mom. Perfect. 48-year-old man, by the way. 48-year-old man is making these kind of jokes and not donating whatsoever.
a monster sound.
So 48.
I look out the window and there's a garbage truck picking cans up off the ground. It empties the can and puts it back down, then drives away so loud.
Feral Pigeon says this doesn't beat the Narwhal song. I like how everyone's got their like blippy banger. I mean, mine's personally the Halloween song. Have you guys heard the Halloween song? Here, let's see. Blippy Halloween. Okay, all right. Okay. No, the Halloween song is a banger. See, everyone's got their song. Everyone's got their song, right? Their blippy song. You know why? Because, like, if you got kids, you hear this shit all day long. And then you're just like, okay, yeah, this one ain't bad. Here's the gay guy.
Every 31st of October, there's
Yeah.
a day where the people all come out on
I want to hear a
the
remix.
streets and like to play, all dressed up in costumes and all shape.
Feral Pigeon says, on my deathbed, my last words will be pull my finger. It'll be like, we love you, Grandma. And you're like, closer. Closer. And then just pull my finger. And they don't do it, and then you just rip nasty ass. And that's like the breath leaving your body, right? It's just your stinky ghost comes out, and they're like, she's gone. Oh! Oh, we gotta get out. You stinky ghost.
Shapes in every size, it can be a little spooky, but no need to close your eyes.
Yeah. I'm pretty stoked about Halloween. We already have our Halloween costumes. I'm going as Knuckles from Sonic, and my son's going as Sonic. And Jess is going as Amy, so.
Halloween. I just
We already got the costumes and everything.
love Halloween.
Knobs Dog says, John, you can't let your kids watch this. It's going to make them retarded and gay. Are you telling me I'm a bad influence on my kids with my eating bananas with a spoon and riding an e-bike around and stuff? I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all. I don't believe you at all.
There are so many things that you can be for Halloween, like a fireman or Superman or even a jelly bean.
Well, I don't know what the Narwhal song
You
is.
can wear a mask or wig or maybe paint your face. You could even dress up like you are an astronaut in space.
Halloween.
Knob says, John, you should go as Tyler, and Jess can go as the furry, the T word. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Blippy did have some bangers.
I just love Halloween.
You know, Daywave doesn't hold a candle to the Sulk stream, and I know everybody on Daywave understands that because we watch like Blippy songs and stuff, and everyone's just jealous. Everyone's just jealous of my show. Dumb show.
Hey, you know me. Yeah, Blippy. But I'm actually dressed as a construction worker. Do you like
It's okay. It's just an outfit. It's actually me, Blippy. I have to tell my kids that. I'm like, it's okay, guys. I'm not Knuckles. I'm your dad. I know you were scared but no, it's okay.
my outfit?
Kids are stupid, man. Kids are retarded. And I make fun of them for it all the time. And I give them a complex. They're like, ah. And whenever I play video games with my son, I always smash him, dude. And he cries because he lost. He's like, I didn't want to lose. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's life.
I love Halloween because you can dress up as whatever you want. Oh, look, my friend Shay.
Oh, and by the way, Blippy, he likes to shit on people. He likes to. That's the interesting past this guy is talking about. He likes to shit on people.
Today, before setting off to start the Blippi YouTube channel back in 2014 and becoming
Blippi is a pedo? Almost certainly, yeah.
the huge success he is.
Yeah, there's a strong chance that's going, yeah.
Stephen John, who by the way changed his legal name from Stephen J. Grossman, had a much different life in Los Angeles. He was a filmmaker and created content that, let's just say, was not family friendly. Like, at all. He played this persona called Steezy Grossman, and what he did was make films that have been termed low budget and lowbrow, with titles like Turd Boy and The Underwear Man. One of the things I'm talking about is his R-rated twist on the Harlem Shake meme. The Harlem Shake poop video, where he poops on his friend in the video. He poops on his friend in the video. Obviously, I'm not gonna show that, but
I'm going to regret watching all of this.
hold your horses, guys. We're gonna get there. Okay?
Hold your poops.
This is just the intro of the video. It's insane to think that the same person.
Big B says, like, Cleveland steamer shit on? I mean, like, what? Okay, like, Dubai oil chic shit on. You know. I mean, how many different definitions of shit on? We're not talking figuratively. Literally.
Who found that funny is currently
He's got a corn cup.
the roller coaster of all things fun and education for kids from all over the world. With all that being said, let's get into it. Let's take a deep dive into how this filmmaker, who was a custodian of extremely horrifying humor, transformed into a really loved children's entertainer. We'll also be taking a look at what parents.
Well, I mean, that's just the route you go. What is that English guy, Jimmy Savile? That, like, he was like a very insanely popular children's entertainer in London, and then, like, I think it was even after he died, it just kind of like came to light that he was like one of the most prolific pedophiles in the world. Who's shocked? No one's shocked.
Think of him now that his past is no longer hidden. And now a quick word from our sponsor.
Farrell says, "Ew, Middle Eastern shit has to be way worse than normal people shit." I think it's a lot greasier, a lot of falafel, right? So it's like there's a lot of fiber, but also a lot of grease. It's very oily. It's just how they are oily.
Sponsor. I recently found out I was being charged monthly for Hulu at $18. I don't even use Hulu. I was all Blippi's Empire explained. The appropriate place to start is the castle that Blippi has built. I'm not talking a literal castle. I'm talking about his financial castle. The obvious part we've already talked about is that Blippi is popular among children. And that's not because his content covers singing, dancing, playing, and exploring, all of which are exciting for kids. Rather, it's because he found a really engaging way to answer questions that kids find puzzling. His channel's description tells it all, as he states,
okay, explain your poop videos then. You gonna explain those?
Explore the wondrous world with everybody's best friend, Blippi. How does a recycling truck work? What does a baker do? What is the best playground around? There are many exciting things to explore and learn. Now, before we go even further on his style, let's take a look at his numbers. He is currently at 19.2 million subscribers with 829 total videos posted. That's on his main channel, Blippi Educational Videos for Kids. Those are highly impressive figures on their own, but he has two more channels. Blippi Toys, which has 11.3 million subscribers and just over 700 uploaded videos, and Blippi Espanol, which has a whopping 16.2 million subscribers and just about 663 videos. That's a combined 46.7 million YouTube subscribers and combined 2,200 videos. Together, these channels have earned him about 37 billion total views. To put that into perspective, that's almost as much as Mr. Beast's main channel. That one has 41 billion views. Being curious about his income, I checked on Social Blade and found...
Okay, alright. 29K to 475K a month. That's a big gap. That's a big gap.
Estimation to be anywhere between 30,000 and 475,000 in monthly YouTube earnings. But take that with a grain of salt, because money determination on those types of websites isn't really that accurate. It's just to get a ballpark.
It's a guess, right? I mean, he probably rakes in like there's deals with. And that's not even like with the toys and stuff. He's probably making millions and millions of dollars a year. It's no issue.
Estimate. But that doesn't go to say, if you're seeing those kinds of views, you're definitely seeing a pretty penny. Now, with these figures in mind, let's go back to his style. I think what sets Blippi apart...
Farrell says with all the lamb meat, it would be pretty terrible.
as I already mentioned, is that he found an engaging way to talk about all the commercials
Okay.
to him. For instance, I found that he also did Pea Troubles, Dick Genie, and Underwear Man. So yeah, pretty
What kind of fucking pervert is this guy?
strong choice of content, definitely leaning more towards the NSFW side. Unsurprisingly though, that turd theme would later feature in his other shenanigans, such as the Harlem Shake Poop. The Harlem Shake Poop. Alright, so before we talk about his twist on the Harlem Shake, let's talk about the Harlem Shake. That is, if you somehow
No,
didn't-
no.
everyone goes crazy. So that's a little throwback. And yes, that is Joji in that pink morph suit. Totally a fact that no one knew that. I'm the first person to find out that Joji was in that pink morph suit. So don't you dare comment saying that you already knew that. All right, that was definitely a fact.
didn't.
No one like spamming in comments of videos. You can definitely see why Urban Dictionary defined the dance as an electric upper body dance move that involves the shaking of your upper torso and shoulders. I have to admit, I went down the Harlem Shake.
Knob says Blippi's income is no longer just the original creator, Stephen Jung. He sold the brand to Moonbug Entertainment for $120 million in 2020. Yeah, he's probably... He's pretty rich.
Shake rabbit hole. Yes, there's a Harlem Shake rabbit hole. It's a rabbit hole for anything. And I found some pretty odd origins. I found this obviously fake definition, but I thought I'd share it with you guys. That its true origin came from 125th and Lexington, New York, where gangsters would shoot unsuspecting crippled people with crutches, and the staggering fall of these people would become the dance. Yeah, this is just some internet bullshit. Although, to be fair, there is a different version of its origin story, which is a lot more believable, where it's believed that the dance was invented by a guy known as Al B to imitate drunk people. Anyway, as the dance got introduced to local parties in Harlem, it just started becoming a thing. And it went viral for sure. Extremely viral. There's a whole compilation of people in the office, people in the army.
Sure,
Let's get to the next section. Now, going back to our guy Steven, he decided he wanted to be a part of this trend, but in a very unique way. He called his version the Harlem Shake Poop. And because I can't show the video, I'll try my best to describe it without getting demonetized. So the scene is set in a normal bathroom. He's sitting on the toilet with his pants down to his ankles, and he's wearing a cycling helmet and some goggles. And you know, the song is building
As
up,
one does.
the classic Harlem Shake build up, and he's dancing. There's no one else in the toilet with him or in the room, the bathroom. And then it's like, do the Harlem Shake. And extremely gross warning here, he then diarrheas onto his friend who's laying upside down on the ground. It's like a missile of brown. So definitely not showing.
The fuck? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Showing that, but it's a real video. I watched it, and it is Blippy. It's
Why
our boy
would you?
Blippy.
LOL, 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 Pharaoh, LOL. How do you queue up diarrhea? Do you know you're gonna have diarrhea, and you're all like, "I'm gonna, hey, you guys, it's time for a shoot because I like had some like so much Taco Bell, and then oh my god,
No, pre-blip.
What did I come back to? I don't know, man. The Sulk stream. No one knows the Sulk stream. It's a weird place. No one knows what's going on here.
Yep.
We were naming a cat, right? Do you guys remember that? We were naming a cat, and now Blippy's pooping on people. That's what happened. That's where we went. That's where we went with that. That's what happened.
Morbid documentaries, guys. This is what we do.
Fucked
did I
up,
mention
man.
that his friend was also butt naked? Well, he was. Again, saying that the video is gross is
When I saw the name of the show stuff, I was under the impression it was different kind of stuff. I mean, you're right. You know, when I name these shows, it has a lot. For some reason, the names actually change the shows because, like, I think I'm going to talk about one thing, but then I talk about something completely different.
An understatement. As this Redditor put it, that was 1,000 times worse than whatever I thought it would be. Now, this side of
What do you think it was going to be? like a Sesame Street puppet, like pooping on another Sesame Street puppet. Only when it poops, it's like felt. It's like a felty poop, so it's not like disgusting. No, it's a one grown man shitting into the asshole of another grown man that happens to turn into a beloved children's entertainer. There you go. There you go. That's the world we live in. $120 million ruse. That's what that motherfucker is worth. Halloween. No, man. You poop into other guys.
Blippi may have remained hidden if it wasn't for a buzz.
Name the cat Dill Gribble. Oh, God, that's so appropriate. Dill Gribble. I could call him Rusty Shackleford because, I mean, that's, you know, he's red. Feral Pigeon for 5 says, we've already named the cat Farts, and now we're talking about weird diarrhea drawings. Yeah, my parents aren't proud of my show. They don't tell people about what I do.
BuzzFeed article.
They're like, he just... When my parents, somebody asked my parent, hey, so what's Jonathan up to these days? He's a heroin addict. I guess. I guess. They're not telling him I'm doing this. Right? They're like, he sucks dick in alleys for crack. Yeah.
BuzzFeed of all companies were the people that brought this to light. To be specific, it was a BuzzFeed article from...
I went down the wrong road, guys. You know, should have been sucking dick in alleys, right? Or pooping into other guys' buttholes, right?
Whoa! In the classic style of media, the story was published over and over and
I'm gonna vomit, dude.
Over
Ew.
again by other publishing medias. And of course, it was all over.
Why did you tell your parents? Why did I tell my parents I do this? I have a show on the internet where people, like, I make people laugh and they give me money. I don't know. That was foolish. It was a dumb thing to do. Honestly, I should have just been like, I'm addicted to drugs, right? Then they would be like, oh, yeah, and that would have been the end of it. That would have been the end of it, right? But no. I gotta make a fool of myself on the internet.
Like this Reddit post, some YouTube videos talking about it. The aftermath was also when...
Bob says, oh, Johnny talks to strangers on the internet and they pay him to show him his nipples. And people are like, oh, so like, OnlyFans? No, it's just, I wouldn't say they're fans. It's just random people. Because they have no idea what OnlyFans is. They have no clue what the internet is. They know what the internet is. They think it's like a .com bubble type of a thing where, like, you know, you invest in pets.com and everything explodes. That's what they think. They don't know what the internet is. The internet is a scary place that they don't understand what that is. So they probably tell people I'm just doing drugs or, you know, if I told them that, like, I'm showing people my nipples for money, they'd be like, you gay.
This article, for example, suggests that...
And I would die laughing. I would have an aneurysm laughing. And they'd be like, what the fuck? You see, he's on drugs. He's on the drugs right now. And I'm not on drugs. I'm just laughing at the pure absurdity.
That some parents would need therapy to, quote, cope with the news that Blippi...
Feral Pigeon's setting it on fire tonight. Thank you so much. If you told me that one of my kids, I would have told everyone you're giving ZJs under a bridge for crack. What's a ZJ? If I have to ask, you can't afford it. Is that what a ZJ is?
End quote. Another article details the response from a mom of 2 in Virginia who said, this kind of changes the game for me as far as letting my kids watch his videos. It just feels weird to know that he participated in these disgusting acts. And
well, my kid doesn't watch that. He doesn't watch Blippi anymore. And, yeah. You know, another bad one is Miss Rachel, because she really pushes the trans agenda a lot. She really pushes... She's got, like, Dylan Mulvaney on her show, and she's got, like, a big Netflix series now. And she's like, sometimes our boyfriends turn into girlfriends, and we should be really supportive of that. I'm like, no! No! No!
Has now shifted his focus to working with children. We wouldn't let a teacher with that background work with kids. Why would...
Au contraire. No. First of all, schools do not do background checks on teachers. Don't act like
a
that.
child entertainer be any different, using copyright laws to hide the dark past? So again, just so we're on the same page here, in 2019, BuzzFeed revealed his past, and what did Blippi do? Well, he
shit all over them.
Or his team filed a DMCA copyright infringement claim against BuzzFeed to not publish the video anywhere. And a DMCA claim, for anyone who might not know, allows a person, the copyright holder, to get someone else, like a website, to take down user-uploaded material that belongs to the copyright holder. So in our case, Steven was the owner of the Harlem Shake poop video and used the copyright law to get BuzzFeed to not publish the video anywhere. It also turns out that he didn't only send a legal notice of infringement to BuzzFeed, he also sent it to Google after a Russian website hosted it and Google indexed it. A Vice article also clarifies that in an interview, Blippi said that it wasn't the BuzzFeed report that prompted his response. Rather, he had already been doing that for years whenever it popped up somewhere online. He specifically said, "It wasn't BuzzFeed's reporting that led me to try to get the video taken down. I've been doing that for years, pretty much whenever and wherever I find it up somewhere." He also came after the Vice people a little bit, saying, "Filing a takedown notice hardly qualifies as going to, quote, extreme lengths."
Why would you put that on the internet, though? Like, even if you didn't know you're going to be a children's entertainer, like, if you're doing that, why are you putting that on the internet?
I don't know, man. I think it's pretty extreme. I don't know if you think that, Blippi. Poop man. I'm gonna call you Poop man for the rest of the video, and I'm not. Now, winding back a bit to the DMCA part, you can see that on the takedown request sent to Google, the original URL is specified as harlemshakepoop.com. Why is that important to know? Well, I want you to get a sense of how committed Blippi was to going viral. Having a dedicated website means that Blippi wanted people to visit it. More on that later. Anyway, thanks to the unforgetting nature of the internet, you can actually look it up. I'm not encouraging you to do that, but you can look that up on Google and it pops up right there on the Internet Archive.
Ben says Daywave introduced me to queer kids. Like, queer kid stuff, is that still on the internet? Yeah, I think that's still... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's still on the internet.
Again, I'm not recommending that. No, don't do that.
It went away a long time ago? Are you sure?
Just an educational statement. This is an educational video, guys. So, YouTube reviewer, if you're watching this.
It's not art, Big B. That is not art. No, that's a sex thing. That's 100% a sex thing. Because, like, the guy who is like, yeah, I'll let you do that to me, he's gay.
Is an educational video about a weird topic. But anyway, what happened after all this information came out? Well, Blippi responded. So let's get to what he said. Blippi's apology and transformation. Let's actually start with his response to the BuzzFeed article, because that's where most of the information about the poop saga comes from. In a statement to BuzzFeed, he said, "At the time, I thought this sort of thing was funny, but really it was stupid and tasteless, and I regret having ever done it." He also said, "I've grown up a lot since then, and I trust people will see me as the person I am now, not the idiot I was back then." That response has two things that it communicates strongly. One is that he obviously regrets his past. And two, he's alluding to the fact that he's changed as a person. However, like a shadow, his past keeps lingering and there's no real way to shake it off. In fact, a good way to perceive this is to think of what our community now insinuated. Should John's checkered history determine the fate of his beloved character Blippi? In other words, should bad history mean that a person can never change? This is a topic that we've actually...
No one's saying that. No one's saying that. Sure, okay, you can change and stuff like that, but the internet is forever. It's forever, and you shit into another man's ass. So, like, what do you want to do with that? Like, why'd you put that on the internet in the first place? I'm making up funny cat names. You're shitting in a guy's ass. We're not the same. We're just not the same. You know, if I blow up one day doing whatever it is, maybe not this, but shitting in a man's ass. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Actually talked about in my YouTubers that ruin their lives video, specifically the Shane Dawson part, because these are people that have done...
Farrell says, how do you shit into another... He had an entire diagram and everything. Did you not see the diagram? Here, let's see if I can go look. There we go. Let's go back to the diagram.
Poop video and use the copyright...
For Feral Pigeon. Right.
Law to get BuzzFeed to not publish the video anywhere. It also turns out that he didn't only send a legal notice of infringement to BuzzFeed, he also sent it to Google after a Russian website hosted it and Google indexed it. A Vice article also clarifies that in an interview, Blippi said that it wasn't the BuzzFeed report that prompted his response. Rather,
here we go.
Definitely not showing that, but it's a real video. I watched it, and it is Blippi.
You watched it?
It's our boy Blippy, you know, pre-blip.
They called him Bloopy. Ew, bro.
Yep, morbid documentaries, guys. This is what we do here. Oh, did I mention that his friend was also butt naked? Well, he was. Again, saying that the video is gross is, it's an
Here we go.
It's a real video. I watched it, and it is extremely gross warning here. He then diarrheas.
See, I have to get out of the way. So, Farrell, are you paying attention? So this is Blippy. He's in a bicycle helmet, and maybe an e-bike. I don't know. And he stands on the toilet seat right there, and then he projectile fires diarrhea into a friend, an associate, a colleague, whatever, what have you, a fellow monkeypoxer, just fires it into, and he was doing like a headstand type of a thing, right, with his ass agape in this kind of, you see the doot 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 doot, right? If you want to like take notes or like draw a little diagram, I'll give you a minute. And so this is how you shit into another man's ass. Has everybody had enough? Has everybody had plenty of that? Blippy. Blippy. I don't know, man. I don't know if I could take this shit. It's just...
Hey. Wow.
Halloween.
So many things.
Halloween.
He's going through the same
And then you hand him your candy bucket and he shits in it.
problems I was deciding what to wear for Halloween. Do you know what?
He thought this was funny. Gee, no, well, I don't think. Look, he's like, this is gonna be so funny, but he was like erect, right? It's a sex thing. This is not funny,
What
bro.
outfits those are? Yeah, they're all superheroes. Wow, what are you gonna be for
Not letting my kids around you.
Halloween?
That's for damn sure.
Halloween. Halloween.
Do you think it was the vampire? Do you think it was the vampire? I'm sorry. Do you think it was the Do you think this is the vampire? Hold on.
I just love Halloween.
Where's that vampire?
You can go door to door with some grown-ups and
Where's that vampire?
Trick or treat, I'd like some sweets, pretty please. Fill your bag with candy until it's nice and full.
Halloween.
You think it's the vampire? Do you think it's the vampire? Do you think the vampire is our mystery guest right here? Do you think this is the vampire? Look, he's got a frown. That's a frowny face. He's like, And then Blippy's like, yeah. And he's like, I don't know. I don't know. I think it might be. The vampire. That's definitely him. I mean, how could you be happy in that scenario? Like, man, I'm the one getting pooped on. Oh no, dude. How much longer can I just go back to Wavy Web Surf?
2,000. Jesus, how high is this thing gonna go? Uh-oh. eBay.
Can we just like
steps in.
reel it in and like not be fucking weird and gross and shit? Like it's gone too far. It's gone too far.
Apparently, eBay, never really seeing an auction this bizarre, mistakenly suspected that it was fraudulent or a joke listing, and they abruptly...
Farrell says, can you imagine how many times a day you have to jerk it to think of all this shit? Yeah, I mean, like, four times a day? I mean, that's once I've... I mean, like, you should be brushing your teeth 4 times a day, right? Even that's excessive. I don't know, dude. He's probably constantly gooning. It's like, it's not necessarily jerking it to like completion, but just gooning. Just always gooning, watching poop porn and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to shit into my buddy's asshole. God damn.
They removed it. They communicated with the woman. Do you actually
Got any old infomercials? You know what, Farrell? If you want to send me like a thing, like a palate cleanser, like a very strong palate cleanser of old infomercials, I'll watch that. We'll watch that for the rest of the show. Just so we can like kind of like relax. I don't care if like people donate or anything like that. I think we just need to bring it way down. Sometimes it gets a little too stimulating even for me. You know, even for me, it gets too much. And I'm fucking psychotic. And like, I'm like, yeah. But like, my God, Blippy, go to hell. Take your $120 million paycheck and go to hell, sir. I'm just going to watch.
plan on selling this grilled cheese, or is this some kind of joke? She replies, yes, I plan on selling my Virgin Mary grilled cheese.
Farrell says, I feel bad for his buddy who probably didn't even know Blippy wanted to shit in his ass. Are you really? So, like, what? He calls his buddy Greg over. Let's call him Greg. And he's like, hey, Greg, can you do me a favor? And Greg's like a good guy, and he's like really like handy and stuff. And he brings his like Ryobi tools over. And and then he's all like, what's up, buddy? Do you need me to like do some drywall work or something like that? And he's like, yeah, something like that. Go ahead and walk into the bathroom, do a handstand, and take your pants off. And he's all like, well, that's a strange way of doing it, but sure thing, okie dokie. And then he walks in, and then while he's doing that, Greg's got a big old frown on his face. And he's all like, you're doing great, Greg. And then he sets up the camera and stuff like that. And he's all like, Blippy, what are you doing? He's all like, just sit there. Just be patient and stuff like that. Asshole agape and everything like that. And he's all like, well, this is strange, but it's not the weirdest thing I've done on the job site. And then Blippy mounts the toilet, and he's all like, and then he hits the sound, the Harlem Shake sound, and then he just starts blasting diarrhea into his ass, and he's all like, oh, you got me again, Blippy. Oh my God, I've been punked. Is that the scenario you're imagining? Is that what in your head is going on? How does one get tricked into getting shitted on? Jess?
I don't know. I've never been shitted on. Shit? No.
How does one get tricked into being shitted on? Huh? Of course he did. Of course he did. He knew the plan from the get-go, right? He was in on the take. He was all like, yeah, you're going to shoot diarrhea into my ass, and we're going to film it, and it's going to go on the internet and stuff like that, and then I'm never going to live it down because I'm going to be that guy. Oh, but it's okay because you're going to put me as a vampire in your Halloween video. Halloween. What?
That's not Blippy.
No. That's the guy who got shitted on.
No way.
Well, that's a rumor I'm starting.
I thought it was a black dude.
Was it a black guy?
I thought it was. I don't know. I didn't look into it because I didn't want it to really ruin.
I didn't want it to ruin my vision of Blippy. So wait, it would have been worse if it was a white guy?
No.
That's racist.
No.
That's racist. That's well, he shit on somebody, but at least it was a black guy, right?
It's all bad.
And not a black guy. I mean, like, he probably walked out of the house without showering and stuff like that. No one could tell. That's racist, Jess.
Non-stop.
What a downside. That fucking Halloween song is now stuck in my head.
I just love
Halloween!
Hey, you know me.
I can't believe
Yeah,
we're still talking about
Blippy.
Blippy.
What? You can't poop on a black guy. How would you know if your aim was right? That's what I'm saying. Well, I mean, if there's a white bathroom floor, right, then you just look for the, if there's too much poop, I mean, right? You get it all in the hoop?
Yeah, I don't want to.
You don't want to, what? You brought it up. You said he was black.
You're still talking about Blippi and his...
He shot diarrhea into a man's ass.
Does his sweet wife know about this?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's adorable.
She does. And she probably has suffered the same fate.
But I'm actually dressed as a construction worker.
I bet he was doing that. He's like, he walks into the bathroom. Today I'm dressed as a construction worker. He's got a lot.
He was an ice cream man.
Yeah, he was an ice cream man. And at this McDonald's, it was not broken. Anyways, it's too much. It's gone too far. It's gone too far. And I'm going to like have nightmares and like puke my guts out later thinking of Blippi pooping into a black man's ass. Is that worse or better? Is that better or worse? I don't know. Jess, I thought I was pretty racist, but then Jess chimes in and she has like an entirely new angle on racism where I'm like, whoa, that's even more fucked up than what I had going on in my head. That's crazy. Love her to death.
To the highest bidder. Those following the listing were on the edge of their seats awaiting eBay's response. eBay's statement, after looking at it a second time, there's nothing to indicate that the seller isn't willing to give up this grilled cheese sandwich to the highest bidder. We're going to allow it to stay up. The bidding war for the grilled cheese Virgin Mary was back on in full force. By the end of the battle, a total of 27 bids had been...
Knob says interracial gay dude shitting is where I draw the line. But if it's not interracial, it is a green light. It's green flag. Go. Right, Knob? Right.
Passed. With the listing itself...
Can we just like focus on this stuff and not like talk about Blippi and like... I wanted to have a nice, calm night. Do you guys remember when I started this show and I didn't know about any of this? I miss those days when I was like pure and innocent. And I was all like, oh, I don't know about any of the stuff that Blippi's been doing. But now I know. Now I know the stuff that Blippi's been into and like what he's got going and how his career started. And it has colored my reference. I am a darkened individual now. So let's just watch the grilled cheese shit,
receiving
dude.
over 1.7 million
let's just not talk anymore and just sit here.
Page views. The highest bid and winning offer placed November 15th.
I'm going to go take a shower later with my clothes on, curled up in the fetal position. And I'm not going to cry because I'm not like a bitch, but I'm just going to sit there. I'm just going to sit there. Just like a stare, like, damn it, Blippi, you absolute pervert.
15th of 2004.
It's a joke, bro. I thought it was funny. It's a joke. Nah, no one thought that was a joke. That's not a joke. No one thinks that's a joke.
Was a whopping $28,000. The purchaser of this holy object was rather ironically a party of sinful nature. A casino website known as goldenpalace.com. Apparently,
this pipe says, how do you think I feel? I didn't even know Blippi existed 15 minutes ago. Well, now you do. This is Blippi. And he's loving it. You see the diagram? And then his poor black guy or white guy. I don't know. Now we're just starting rumors. They're both stick figures. I can't tell. And there's a towel hanging there. I like the detail. The detail. And he's like, I'm going to shit. And then his wife comes in and she comes in with like a mop and a bucket and she looks at the whole scene and she's like, She's like $120 million. $120 million. Run, bitch. You're in danger. Forget the money. Money is not everything. You're in danger. Run. Run. He's going to peel your skin off, dude.
Onto his friend who's laying upside down on the ground. It's like a missile of brain.
Big B says we can blame it on me. All I wanted was the garbage truck song and we got diarrhea. I think, okay. I'm the cult leader and all and stuff like that, but we are a collective. We are one cult. We are like a hive mind. We are the Borg. It's all our fault. It's all our fault. I am just responding to the whims of my people, okay? So don't take all the blame. Don't take all the credit. I'm going to call it the credit, right? It's equally Farrell and Knobs Dog and Carbon and Shanks. All you are fucked up. Fucked up people.
Golden Palace used this as an opportunity for publicity, purchasing the Virgin Mary grilled cheese to raise awareness about their brand. Golden Palace executives would later tell the press that they were willing to even go higher with the price, as much as it took, they said. By any means.
Okay, this is pretty funny. Therapy for parents who are struggling to cope with the news that Blippi shat on someone. I don't need therapy for that. I mean, like, what's the deal, man? What is with people?
Means necessary, this company was going to get that fucking grilled cheese.
The fuck, man?
Quote, it's a part of pop culture that's immediately and widely recognizable. We knew right away we wanted to have it. After the sale, people asked Diana why she thought it was so valuable. To her, that answer was simple. Quote, I would like all people to know that I do believe that this is the Virgin Mary, Mother of God, unquote. The divine sandwich was delivered safely in a protected metal briefcase.
Shank says, sorry guys, I'm fucked up and I've led you all astray. Dude, we're not blaming ourselves. We're blaming Blippi here. Well, let's blame Blippi. Blippi is the one. It's Blippi's fault.
It is to note that the casino also ended up paying Diana an extra $6,000 for the pan she cooked the sandwich in. A blessed accessory, you could call it. Diana was handed a large plastic check, and the actual money was wired into her bank account on November 16th of 2004. She said, I'm numb right now. I can't comprehend that this is all happening. The company wined and dined Dyer and her husband, taking them to Las Vegas for an official sandwich transfer ceremony. Golden Palace had a lot of plans for this thing. The casino commented, we'd like to send Diana and the sandwich on a world tour. We think our customers around the world would really get a kick out of seeing the sandwich at the Taj Mahal, at Red Square, at the Eiffel Tower.
I'll be like, okay, yeah, that sounds like fun.
They were going on a worldwide publicity tour with the dish.
Not the Taj Mahal. I'm not going to the Taj Mahal. I'm not going to India. I'll go to Red Square and the Eiffel Tower, but like, not the Taj Mahal.
Damn thing. In the wake of this ridiculous purchase, there were many who posed the obvious question of how did the sandwich not spoil after 10 years? And, you know, how do you know she didn't just...
Knob says Stephen Blippi John takes an explosive diarrhea shit on his nude friend's ass in a truly shocking rendition of the Harlem Shake meme. Yeah, there you go. That's the synopsis, if you will, of the entire situation. It's okay to be Christian says last. He is the last one. No, man, I saw you here.
Make it 3 weeks ago or something and is acting like it's older than it is. When Golden Palace was asked if they had been given a certificate of authenticity, they had this to say. We are talking to a couple of food decay specialists to try to figure out how this sandwich stayed in such good shape over the years. And when they were asked what would happen if they found out the sandwich was only like 10 weeks old and, not authentic, they said, we don't think that's the case. But if it is, it's still a magical sandwich.
Right.
Now, if we're being honest,
I mean, grilled cheese is naturally a magical sandwich. And I can't even think about it anymore because all that's popping in my head is Blippi's ass hovering over another ass and... Oh, my God, dude. This is gonna ruin my life. This is gonna ruin my life. Not even kidding. Not even kidding. Like how I'm actually. Wait. Okay. Is there like a number I can call? Is there a number? There's nothing like. There's nothing I can. That's. Oh man.
On how well done the grilled cheese was.
Smells weird in this stream. It shouldn't smell like anything. Shouldn't smell like anything, man. That's in your head. That's in your head.
Kept it encased in cotton balls, which would constantly absorb the moisture and keep mold down. I do think it's plausible that you could keep something.
It smells like Halloween. Halloween. Hold on.
Do you like my outfit?
No.
I just love Halloween.
You can go door to door with some grown-ups and your friends. Say trick or treat, I'd like some sweets, pretty please. Fill your bag with candy until it's nice and full, but don't eat it all at once or else you'll be miserable.
Halloween, Halloween, I just love Halloween.
That's terrible. It's haunting. There we go. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Everyone turn it off. Have you felt existential dread after learning Blippi's origin story? You could be entitled to compensation. Yeah, dude, I am entitled to something. At least like $1.2 million.
Something like this for a.
You give me $1.2 million, I think I'll be able to live with my. No, because it's going to pop into my head.
Decade. If you keep something dry enough, it's not going anywhere. Also, you got to keep in mind the sliced store-bought bread options in 1994, very highly processed.
Farrell says seeing stuff like that makes me happy. I'm boring. Dude. It's not like just okay. So there's like you can be boring, and then you could be not so boring, and then you could go way off this scale and way off this scale, and then start shitting in your buddy's ass and stuff. And that's like that's sick. That's sick. That's boring and exciting are still mentally healthy. But if you're shitting in your bud's ass, that's not okay.
And you know this woman used a craft single to make this thing, so it's pretty much entirely manufactured synthetic food from the start. She might as well have just made a Big Mac. It'll keep. Whatever the case, Diana was happy to get her payday. But from time to time, she longs for the company of her beloved grilled cheese. I'll miss her greatly because she was a comfort to me in times when it wasn't so easy. Diana Dizer. Strange Charizard Cheetos and sacred grilled cheeses are examples of bizarre yet tangible items sold on the internet. What you must realize, though, is this market goes beyond things that you can physically hold in your hand. People have sold parts of their body. Welcome to the world of body tattoo advertising. In the raucous cultural landscape of the early 2000s, marketers and advertisers were willing to play fast and loose when it came to bringing attention to their brands. And in this edgy era, you saw the rise of a controversial marketing ploy, tattoo advertising. Essentially, a brand would pay someone who was desperate for money to get a tattoo of said brand on their body in a highly visible area to cause public controversy and thus attention. And you
People actually did this, huh?
might be surprised to find that even massive.
You know what tattoo I'd like to get is there we go. You guys would think right here. It's right here. Not the actual scene, just this. Just right there. And they'd be like, "What is that?" I'll be like, "Well, have you ever heard of Blippi?" They'd be like, "I don't think I wanna." And then a lot of parents, I know most parents would be like, yeah, I know what that tattoo is.
Corporations have got in on this trend. In 2003, Toyota paid 40 willing individuals to get temporary tattoos on their foreheads, which promoted their new Scion TC car. The tattoo included the vehicle's name and price. These participants were stationed at
16 grand? What year? 16 grand? 16 grand. $16,000.
Times Square in New York City and were compensated $11 an hour while they were deployed, which is a pretty nice paycheck for 2003, by the way.
$16,000. Damn.
It was a guerrilla marketing tactic targeting young adults. How successful it was, I can't really say for sure. But needless to say, this approach was very much of the times, and it would only be a matter of time before someone would raise the stakes. I mean, a temporary tattoo? Come on, that's pussy shit. I'd like to introduce you all to the starlet of this story, Caroline Carey Smith of Salt Lake City, Utah. Carey found the payouts from these temporary tattoo marketing employees enticing and came up with an idea. How about I raise the stakes and offer up my forehead space for a permanent tattoo? Yep, Carey wanted to
Knob says I just bought my Jetta for $17K. What year is it?
Become a walking billboard. Now, this woman was financially struggling. She needed some cash. Carey had recently experienced a great deal of turmoil in her personal life.
Divorce?
Going through a divorce, and not long after, she lost multiple family members, including her beloved sister, in a car crash that happened on April 18th of 2005.
Not the best time to be making life choices. Forever life choices. So maybe somebody should have been like, hey, don't do this. Don't do that.
And on top of all of that, she was a single mother. Carey needed a come up, and apparently, selling her forehead online was the solution to her woes. After discussing the logistics of the matter with her at-the-time boyfriend, Carey decided to go for it and auctioned her forehead space on eBay, with the buy-it-now price asking for $10,000, but bids were
$10,000? That's nothing. That's nothing. Oh my God, dude. And then the Blippy shitting on somebody, and then the $10,000. This has been a rough show. It's been a rough show for me.
Due to the bizarre nature of this listing, it went viral almost immediately, attracting over 27,000 hits.
That's a great price. I mean, like, look, she's not worth very much. Like, if we could, like, determine a human being's worth, which I know, like, in some sense, like, that's impossible to do because human life is priceless. But if we could determine a human being's worth, her worth is pretty low. Her worth is pretty low as far as human beings go. There's cheaper ones out there, sure. But hers is really pretty low. So 10 grand for just some forehead space? I wouldn't do it because, like, I'm worth a lot more than that. Obviously. But her, maybe not so much.
And had about 1,000 watchers on it.
Nom says I'd do that for 10K. No, you wouldn't.
War started healthily enough, with it reaching close to $1,000. But seemingly out of nowhere, it was sold. Carey's forehead real estate had been snatched up for its $10,000.
Golden Palace comes in. Golden Palace comes in again after buying the sandwich. They're all like, "Yeah, I'll tattoo my." Who is the marketing team for Golden Palace? Are they insane? Are they a bunch of cokeheads?
Asking price by none other than GoldenPalace.com. They were back at it again. Yes, that's right. The infamous purchasers of the Virgin Mary grilled cheese had laid claim to Carey's forehead, and they had plans of tattooing their website URL smack dab on her noggin. Carey had actually received multiple offers from other companies, but seeing
No, it's not a temporary tattoo, Knobs Dog. It is a permanent tattoo. It is in there. It is indelible in her skin. Forever times.
Alice had a track record for following through with their outrageous offers. She went with them. Carey also explained that the money she received would be used to give her son a better education. Quote, "For all the sacrifices everyone makes, this is a very small one.
That's not even like 10 grand is not going to be. That's not even doesn't even cover a single year of a 4-year university. I mean, depending on the year.
It's a small sacrifice to build a better future for my son. I really want to do this. To everyone else, it seems like a stupid thing to do. To me, 10,000 is like 1 million. I only live once, and I'm doing it for my son. After receiving the money, Carrie had to execute her side of the bargain and went to see a tattoo artist by the name of Don Browse on June 29th, 2005.
And the guy was like, okay, what an asshole tattoo artist.
It's reported that this artist actually spent several hours trying to convince Carrie not to go through with the tacky-looking tattoo. But the woman remained steadfast in her
Big Bird says, Sulk, you're a legend. Keep it up. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. I need compliments every once in a while, you know?
to defile her.
I mean, you didn't see the earlier parts of the show, and I'm not going to show you them because it would sour your life, sir. It would change you as a human being, as an individual. It would darken your deathbed. So, but thanks for the compliment.
Her forehead for cash. So they got to work.
It would change your life.
It feels like someone is taking a pin and just stabbing you with it. Carrie told her son, who was
Is Golden Palace a
anxiously
casino?
watching
Yeah, it's a casino.
the process. She then asked the tattoo artist, "Will it go numb?" "It'll go as numb as your brain," Mr. Browse replied. "My brain is already numb," Carrie said, laughing. And with that,
You know what? The self-awareness is absolutely refreshing to me. She knows she's retarded. She knows she makes bad decisions. She knows she's in a bad place right now, and she knows there's a lot of air in her head. It's just nothing in there. So why not put a tattoo right there on your fucking skull? I mean, no one wants to look at the rest of her face because that shit is gross.
deal was done. One of, if not the first permanent casino site forehead tattoo was etched. Glorious, don't you think? The publicity from this story continued to run rampant on the internet and in the media. Carrie got the nickname Forehead Goldie. She became a little living meme for a moment there. A living meme that got paid. And seeing how Carrie got a payday, it wouldn't be long before others put some skin in the game. Soon others were following in
Yeah, this guy looks like a promising figure.
Carrie's footsteps, including a Canadian man who went by the name Brent, the human pincushion Moffat. At the time, Moffat was attempting to break records with the number of tattoos and piercings on his body. He
This is his only means of income. That's so stupid.
too sold
Whatever.
his forehead space for a permanent golden palette.
Face tattoos, the hallmark of the ill-educated. I mean, it's not even, look, it's not about education. It is just about being stupid. I'm not very well educated. I ain't fucking stupid. This is stupid. This is a stupid thing to do.
Decal for an undisclosed
You don't need
price.
a Harvard education to be like, you know what? I don't think I want a face tattoo. I think that's going to have ramifications on my life that are going to be negative in general. So, nah. Even with $10,000. Cool, $10,000, that's like, that'll make my life a little easier, I guess. But on the other hand, this giant tattoo on my forehead will make things significantly harder.
There was
So
also
it doesn't even balance out. It doesn't even. Oh my God, this is a bad one.
a Scottish woman named Angel Brammer who auctioned off advertisement space on her sized 42 double G breasts, though this one wasn't permanent. This
Oh, there you
marketing
go.
tactic would fall out of vogue eventually, but one must wonder what became of Carrie Smith. Did the $10,000 boon earned from desecrating
10K ain't shit now. Yeah, and they're probably walking around with that thing on their forehead, and they're like, yeah, that was a mistake. 10K. I mean, and she probably lost it in crypto or something, right? Yeah, I lost it all on crypto.
her forehead pay off? Did she
Like,
regret
damn.
the decision? Updates regarding this woman's personal life after the fact are few and far between, but there are some developments to report. In 2018, there would be an update. According to reports, she did actually use most of the $10,000 payday to fund a private education for her son. Good for him. Though it seems her financial struggles were never fully remedied by this.
Really?
One Facebook post claimed
Really? $10,000 didn't fix your life forever? You don't say. I'm actually surprised. You didn't, like, play the market. No, it's nothing. That's no money. And I doubt you invested in like Nvidia or something back then, because like maybe then it could actually have been something. No.
That she was living in the basement of her father's house after running dry on funds again. Though the silver lining here is that she wouldn't actually have to live the remainder of her life with this gaudy tattoo on her forehead. Turns out, eventually, Golden Palace allegedly stepped up and paid to have Carrie's tattoo removed at her request. So it actually wasn't so permanent after all. While Carrie's gambit did pay off in some way, it wasn't a life-changing solution she had initially hoped for. But all
10K is a minuscule slip and fall payout. It's not even, I mean, like that would be low for a slip and fall payout.
Things considered, I reckon this could have gone far worse. Auctioning off your forehead space is one thing, but have you ever considered selling off one of your own family members online? People have attempted this.
That's human trafficking. That's, wait a second. Is this guy? Oh no. Did Blippi buy this guy? And he's like, I'm gonna shit on you. And he's like, well, you bought me. Oh my god. It's terrible.
On numerous
terrible.
Occasions. And while most times it's a joke, sometimes these listings have criminal
Are we
implications.
having issues? Are we having Rumble issues?
On the more lighthearted side of things, you have the September 2016 case of Simon O'Kane, a motorcycle enthusiast and father of two from Wakefield, Yorkshire, who ended up auctioning off his used wife on eBay. His purpose for doing so? Well, he said it was because of her whining and nagging at him every day that he got off work.
Based?
In the eBay listing, he'd referred to his wife in a similar fashion that you'd see somebody trying to sell off an old dirt bike. The man wrote, "For sale, one wife, not new, has been used, still got some good miles left in her. Reason for selling. I've had my fill and there has to be someone out there that is more deserving of her time than me. Oh dear God, please let there be. Good points. Body work and paint work, still in decent shape, and has some skills in the kitchen. Bad points. Often makes this noise that cannot be silenced unless you order brand new shiny parts of metal. Sometimes them skills in the kitchen result in you ending up in hospital. All in all, not a bad model of the year. I'm sure some lucky guy will get lots of use. Offers welcome. May consider a part exchange for a younger model. Terms and conditions. Once bought, you cannot return ever." When the wife, who worked as a beauty therapist, found out that she was put up for sale on eBay, she was absolutely fuming. Everyone at work saw it and were laughing their heads off. Not only did he put me up for sale, but he used such a bad photo. Though the joke...
Wow, women are empty-headed, dude. I can't believe it. I mean, I can totally believe it. Never mind. But yeah,
took an interesting turn when the bids started slipping in. It was safe to say his used wife was a hot commodity, with bids going as high as £65,000 for the used wife. She was...
That ain't bad. That's not bad.
Was going for BMW prices. Plus, there was some interesting commentary regarding the offering as well. Simon reflects on some of this chatter. There were a few general pervy guys asking for more pictures, but most of the responses to the ad were hilarious. The best one was, "Has she raced or rallied?" We both liked the guy looking to exchange her for a camel, and the guy trying to work out how much bacon he could get out of her really got us howling.
How much bacon he could get out of her. That guy was probably dead serious, too. He's just some cannibal, dude. Right? He likes the long pig.
For Simon, his wife had a good sense of humor and took everything on the chin. The couple were able to laugh about it together, and as you might expect, eBay did eventually delist their joke listing. Upon its removal, Simon said, "I was disappointed the listing was taken down, mainly because I wanted to see how high it would go, but it was for a laugh, so I wasn't actually gutted. It wasn't like I'd actually let someone..."
65,000 pounds. How many stones does the used wife weigh? We can actually probably figure that out. How much is a stone? Like 16 pounds? So, let me see. How much does she look like? Let's say she's 135. 16-ish pounds. So 8 stone, roughly.
have her. She's too good. I'd like to say I'd have spent the cash
7
on my dream
stones per
garage and a
kilo
bunch of
pounds.
lads' holidays out on the
Nope, that doesn't make any sense.
bikes. But the reality is I'd probably spent it on getting her back. I think they'd have been a lot of groveling and a lot of handbags.
I think it's 14 pounds. Well, you could be right.
Either that or I'd be spending the money on security from my wife.
Jameson says people talk shit about Imperial system and they use stones. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But they only use stones for body weight, or typically use it for body weight, which is like, why do you have a specific measurement for, okay, whatever.
Now, I wanted to share with you all that story as an example to showcase the limits of how far you should take a joke like this without risking a human trafficking inquiry. You don't want to end up like this next boneheaded couple. A more disturbing version of this sort of auction came all the way back in May
That's a
of
baby.
2008, where a German couple put up their 8-month-old son on eBay, pictures and all, with the asking price of €1, stating the child was 28 inches long and too loud for its parents. It was obviously a joke, but making your infant child the butt of it and sharing the baby's photo to potential creeps online, an absolutely insane move.
People will buy that baby and they'll eat it. They'll eat that baby.
This listing resulted in German authorities.
In the Middle East, 15 stone means something different. What, like actually literally stoning somebody?
Notified after witnesses of the listing called to report it for potential malfeasance. The concerned ended up in the parents facing a full-blown law enforcement investigation, and they were promptly taken into custody. The mother later claimed that it was simply a joke, yet police remained stern, putting the baby in state custody for a time. Investigators said,
If God wanted the metric system, there would have been 10 disciples. Get the fuck out of here, kilo or stone anything. 10 disciples.
quote, she said it was a joke. That's not clear yet. Detectives are
What?
investigating on suspicion of child trafficking. The mother was quoted in Bild newspapers saying, "It was only a joke. I just wanted to see if someone would make an offer. They've taken my son to hospital and I've got to take psychiatric tests next week." After a thorough inquiry, it seems the detectives came to the conclusion the family had no intent of actually trafficking the kid and the babe was returned to them. Social services would routinely visit them for a while after this ordeal to make certain that the kid was in good hands. But what about when trying to sell an infant online isn't a joke at all? In late 2016, 26-year-old John David Kane and family bathtub by playing with Beyblades in it, she attempts to punish them, listing their prize toys on eBay. This effort catches the attention of Reddit and 4chan, and let's just say they weren't fans of her approach to parenting. In February of 2011, an outraged mom from Sewanee, Georgia, would come home.
Knob says England and other Germanic-speaking countries of Northern Europe formerly used various standardized stones for trade, with their values ranging from about 5 to 40 local pounds. Well, how about that? That's interesting.
Her bathtub in shambles.
Oh,
After
no.
her kids had been engaging in some heated Beyblade battles using the tub as an arena.
Okay.
Frustrated, annoyed, and
No, I could see how that would be legit, though.
to teach her kids a lesson, she confiscated the Beyblade toys. But she would take this punishment to even more questionable lengths after that. Posted on February 5th, 2011, the mother, going by the username Danny21, created an eBay listing for the Beyblades. The listing
Do you see the kids? Oh, no. Oh, no.
included her sons, who were crying, holding up the bags of their prized possessions. She was auctioning them off. Well, not the kids, just the toys. Her post read, "We are selling 8 Beyblades. 2 of them light up. As you can tell, they're not happy about this. They've been using their bathtub as a battle arena, and Beyblades plus bathtub equals destruction."
Sobbing
With the
over a
metal ones, they
Beyblade.
managed to
Are Beyblades sick? I mean, are they cool? Should I get some Beyblades?
scrape the enamel off the tub, take
Feral pitching again for a tenner. Thank you. Buy farts a laser pointer from me. Appreciate it. Night. Good night, Feral. Thank you for all the
a
donos.
chunk out of the tub and break the soap holder. So if you win this auction, don't play with it in a bathtub. We received a quote of $500 to replace the tub, some tiles, and the soap holder, plus labor, of course. They had approximately $125.67 in their piggy banks that will be going towards the cost. We will use the profit from this auction towards the balance and then it's on to other toys. Good luck bidding, PayPal only. Now, considering the rather hostage-esque looking photo and story behind this listing, it started to get a lot.
We're gonna have to name that cat
on-
Farts. I mean, if, like Farts is gonna. I mean, Farts might be the name. I don't know if Jess is gonna fly with that, but who knows?
Online message boards. A thread discussing it on Reddit's r/pic subreddit went viral, and commentary ensued. You can tell which one would survive.
They can literally reglaze the bathtub. Yeah, with all that Beyblade money they made.
Jail. That picture looks like something that kidnappers would send to police to verify that the hostages are still alive. There'd be a wide range of discussion in this Reddit post. Some were upset by the humiliation Danny was putting her kids through, while others seemed to be on the side of the parents and felt the kids should have known better and that this was a justified punishment.
Does anybody want to donate $5 so I get an even 100 tonight? That'd be nice.
One Redditor said,
Not
"These
saying
parents
anybody
are
has
fucked
to,
up.
but that'd be
When you have
nice,
Kids, you have
you
to
know.
assume collateral damage. You can't expect your kids to pay for stuff
Knob,
they
is it
messed
you?
up while
Is it
being
you? Is that
kids."
gonna be you?
Other Redditors sided with the
Yeah, I doubt
parents.
that.
You have no idea that maybe they've been destructive little bastards and have gotten multiple warnings that if they cause any more damage and continue playing rough, then there would be dire consequences. Kids need to learn the hard way about things. I think this is hilarious, and if I
Don't tell people you're getting him from, but your name in the cat Farts.
told my kids
In the
and
cat
warned them
farts?
1,000 times not to fuck around or
Okay.
shit would hit the fan,
All right.
then I wouldn't feel bad punishing them.
Yeah,
Plus,
no,
I
no
mean,
shit,
come on,
Knob.
they look about
No shit. He
7
says,
or
no
9,
thanks.
Old enough to start to know to follow directions. I don't get it either. It's not like the parent beat them for wrecking the tub. It's a value.
What?
I like the name Fart.
Farts is a
People
good
life
name.
lesson.
Farts
If you
is a good
destroy
name.
someone's
But
property
Arlo
you
was
need to pay
laughing-
for.
He was laughing so hard about it. He thought it was so funny, and he was like, "We can't name the cat."
We can't name the
Fart."
cat. My 4-year-old says we can't name the cat Farts. My 4-year-old son.
He was so mature about it.
He was very
laughing.
mature. I'm very
He
proud of
thought
him.
it was so
Which
funny,
will
but he
cause
was
you
like,
to-
We can't name it Fart.
We can't name him Farts. That's just a silly thing to name a cat.
But I think it's so good. I think we should name it.
We're not gonna name him Farts.
Aw.
Farts is not. Well, we might. I don't care. I don't care. Thanks for coming, guys. I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being part of the cult. And thank you for all the donos, guys. I really appreciate that. And thanks for the compliments, too. I also appreciate that. I hope you guys have a good night. And join me tomorrow. We are doing 4 hours tomorrow from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. So hop in when you want to hop in and hang out when you want to hang out. And we'll have a good time. Okay? Thanks so much for coming. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Until then, have a great evening. Be strong, be valiant, be good to each other, be good cult members. Drink a lot of water, get a good night's sleep, and take care of yourselves because I care about you too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Good night.
Jungle, I'm an incredible soul, unhinged and enraged like a bulldog's fierce growl. I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Talking about Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster too. Government lies, they're feeding me their goo. I'm diving deep into this rabbit hole, uncovering the truth, setting fire to their control. I got small nipples, but my voice is loud, roaring like thunder in this crazy crowd. They say I'm crazy, but I call it woke, unraveling the madness with every word I spoke.
Hey, there we go. Farts. Thanks, Farrell.